Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Garden Mix podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with Andre Jalil. What's going on, Dre? Nice glasses you got there, bro. I appreciate those.
Try these. Let me see.
Appreciate those glasses you got going on. Here we go. Okay, what you got? Okay, nah, I like the other ones better. Other one's better. Other one's better.
Hold on, we ain't finished yet.
Dre, come on, that's enough. Rick, how you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Man, today I don't know, man. What's going on with the New York Knicks, man? They messing with my spirit. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on. I'm gonna tell you what's going on right now. What's going on?
Listen.
First of all,
School
you
me.
got to move a few people around. First of all,
Oh.
I know it. Well,
let's start on the positive note. Let's start on the positive note.
Right, you're right.
Knicks
Right.
beat the Pacers 92-84. They had their usual third quarter of doom, which has been around. It's been hovering around for what, 2-3 years now at this point. But it's we found a way to get that victory. We shut my man Miles Turner down finally. It took us a long time to get that figured out. Oh, entire game, I guess.
Well, wasn't Mitch injured?
Mitch was injured. Mitch went
Is that
down,
how we figured
unfortunately.
it out?
No,
That was
no,
the
no, no, no,
problem
no.
with it.
No,
That was
that's
the
not.
problem.
He
'Cause that's what was allowing him to go off because Mitch wasn't going out there to guard him. So
No,
with
no,
him
no,
not in
no,
the game.
no. Mitch actually was going out there to guard him this game. I watched. I was
Tonight he was.
Tonight.
It
I
took
guess
him
he
a
learned
whole
his
game.
lesson. Like I said, it took him a whole game to figure out how to guard this guy. But fortunately,
Last game, Miles Turner was out there like, "We here." He was like,
he was definitely here last game. But luckily in the Garden they figured it out tonight. Let's get some stats up in here, man. It's just to see what we looking like. So let's get this out of here too. Appreciate you. So who was the big man tonight? Of course, Derrick Rose.
See that, one or two people.
Derrick Rose is he's got to be the guy that you look at as the guy that pushed us over the needle. But if not Derrick Rose, definitely Emmanuel Quickly because he hit some big shots. To me, I'm gonna go with Quickly. I wouldn't be mad if you picked Derrick Rose, but Emmanuel Quickly for me, 5 for 9, 4 for 4 from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. I mean, like, come on, you can't. Come on, you can't get better. You can't be better than that. He's got to get better at the in-between game. I'm still looking for that. I would love to see a lot more. I'll get into it later. 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Like I said earlier in the season, when he's not looking to be a point guard, he plays way better than he's trying to play. You know what I mean? You hear what I'm trying to say? Like basically, if you're going to be a point guard, be the guard that, don't try to be the traditional point guard. That's not who you are. You know what I mean? It's never been who you were Quickly. You know what I'm saying? So just be yourself. Go out there, get your shot up. He's 4 for 4 from 3. That's what we want to see. 16 points plus 20. He's one of the highest, third highest on the team tonight. What you see from Quickly tonight, Eric?
Oh man, he was everywhere. He was confident, which he lacked the last. Well, I shouldn't say the last, but the beginning of the season.
Right.
It just looked like he lost his dog, and he was just wandering around trying to find it. But tonight he came with a mission, and it also looked like he kind of held back from celebrating too soon.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You saw that? And like he was about to start dancing, and then you saw the assistant coach was like, "Yeah, hang on," and then he was like, "Yeah, you're right." Dapped him up, went out there, and then finished business. So I really liked Quickly's play. He's 4 for 4 from the 3-point line, which is great. It means that he saw the shot and took it, and it was golden.
Yeah.
He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. In my opinion, he should have been there a little bit more, but that's the new NBA.
Yeah.
But I really liked Quickly's play. How many minutes did he get? Because it felt like he was in there the entire game.
23 minutes.
23 minutes. It felt like he was out there longer, but he deserved that time. And, I think he played well tonight.
He earned it. You mentioned the dancing part. I tweeted about it.
That's that church joint. He doing the Pentecostal
Yeah,
little dance.
Nah, it was not because
that's what it looked like.
it's a dance. It's a dance. It's a common dance. It's like a TikTok dance now.
Oh, okay.
yeah?
It
So
looked
like,
like
cause
when you catch the spirit type of thing.
yeah,
Word.
because if you watch the Chiefs game last night,
Somebody else.
I think Pat Mahomes threw a pass to somebody, and the running back I think caught it, and Travis Kelce started doing the little dance with it too. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's starting to be it's a trendy dance. But
They stole it from the church. And
they clearly, yeah. But I did tweet out that I said quickly looks like the kid that is dancing until his dad turned around and gave him that look. Because it's kind of like that feeling because he was like dancing and he was like,
yeah. Oh, my bad.
oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm gonna chill. So Dre, what you see from Quick tonight, man?
Quick was knocking down shots. I just think that this is the kind, like you said, Cap. If he plays his game, I think Son can have a lot of fun and shoot. Like, he looked like he was thinking about it too much in the games past, like when he wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
Last couple of games, he's starting to get a shot back. This game right here, he had the home crowd behind him. He was trying to relax because when I saw him dancing, I was like, dude, we got 4 minutes left. It's like a little early.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, don't start dancing now. We lose the game. I'd have been tight.
Yeah.
But he was dancing and he's a kid. What is he, 20, 21?
Something like that. I think he might be. Yeah, I think about 2021.
Yeah, when I see that, I'm remembering that he's a kid. Like so he's out there having fun. He's having the time of his life, and it's fun to see. And I think that I'm glad he finally found his shot because that's a big deal. What was he, plus 22? I think he is the highest plus minus on the squad.
No, he was a plus 20. I think he was the third highest on the team. But that's what we want to see from Quick. We want to see Quick doing the things that he's been doing recently, and that's just looking to get his shot. You know what I'm saying? Like those shots. That shot right there is what you want to see from Quick. You know what I mean? Like take the shot. There's been a lot of times, and like we've mentioned before, Quickly, because of how he takes his shots, he kind of like he can't take his shots with someone guarding him. It has to be like he has to be on there. They have to be on his hip, or they can't be in front of him because he launches into his shots. You know what I mean? Which is why it's easier for him to hit a lot of these long range shots because of just how his shooting motion is. It's kind of like a push shot in a way. You know what I mean? But Quickly is definitely learning how to just like Obi, get to those spots that he needs to get to. So how about Derrick Rose? Derrick Rose, well, where we at right now with Derrick Rose? Let's just get these stats back up here. Derrick Rose tonight had, what was that, 14 points. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and it's like I said, 7 for 14 from the field. He was 0 for 4 from 3. A couple of those threes, 2 of them in particular.
He was 0 for 4?
I did. Yeah, 2 of them in particular. I didn't see a reason for him to take the shot at the time that he took it.
Yeah, there was one where he had the whole lane open, and I was like, "Why did he shoot the 3 there?"
Yeah, it was kind of weird, But he's someone who's starting to.
But I'm happy to see that he's confident enough to shoot it though.
To take him, yeah, exactly. So
because that wasn't Derrick Rose's game early on in his career.
Nah. So, and I know that's been one of your favorite players for the past 10 years, Dre. But what else do you see from Derrick Rose tonight?
I don't know why it sounded like you being slick when you said that shit.
Nah, that's your favorite player for the past 10 years. He's not. I was just saying. I didn't say anything wrong. Did I say?
I don't like the way you sounded.
I don't like how you said it. You're right, but I don't like how you said it.
I always like Derrick Rose, but I don't know if he was like my favorite player for the last 10 years. Like, I don't even.
So name someone else who was your favorite player the last 10 years. Dame Lillard? That's the only other player.
I was gonna say, yeah, like Dame Lillard is like one of my favorites. I like.
But Dame just became your favorite in like last 4 or 5. Like Derrick been your boy.
Well, yeah, like he got bigger and bigger. I think he was dope. I always like Stephen Curry. I think KD is ill. Some of these guys, they just don't. It's just that we got Derrick Rose on New York. I always like Derrick Rose, and I like to see him successful. I think that he might have lost a little bit of a step.
Yeah.
Which comes with age, but I'm happy to see he's doing his thing. I don't know. I still don't know if I want him to start though. I mean, considering who we got now, I don't know. I don't know if him starting really solves the problem for the starters, but that's another story. I'm just saying, I like D Rose, but I ain't like over the moon with him. Like, you know.
Nah, I'm messing with you, Dre.
Like,
chill out, like chill out. And even if he was over the moon about him, like he's balling, he's like the best player on this team right now.
Yo, he's like one of my favorite. You know who my favorite Nick is right now?
Who's that?
I like Obi, man.
Yo,
that's everybody's favorite Nick. That's everybody's favorite Nick.
I've been saying that since last year, though. I'm like, yeah, they was like trade him. I was like, nah.
Yo, my fantasy team was named after Obi, man. I've been saying this guy is going to be.
Jay wasn't saying that for last year. Yeah, he lying.
What you talk about? I never said nothing bad about Obi. Like, last year, he was a rookie. All those mistakes, he could make them just like quickly. All those mistakes, they could make them. Those boys is young and they're learning. And Obi is and quickly they're looking great for like second year guys.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing about Obi.
This dudes is the squad. They part of the squad that keeps getting us back in these games. Like they making the starters look horrible.
And well, this is why we're starting to see a better Obi is because he's starting to see that all right, every game y'all gonna start slacking around this time. And I know I'm going to get at least 15 minutes.
Pump? Oh my gosh! When he went underneath the dude and came back.
Yeah, the dude wrapped around his arm and he still finished.
Yeah. Yo, that was crazy, fam.
I think he surprised himself.
He did because he said
he was like,
he didn't expect himself to do that.
Yeah, he didn't expect he was about to dunk it like this. Then he was like, still had and the dude was like this around his arm.
Yo, just about every game I always say Obi was balling, son. Still be balling.
Obi was balling. Yeah, he definitely was balling. Let's get those stats back up here. Matter of fact, I took him there. Huh? What happened?
I want to talk about the bad stuff later. We're gonna finish talking about the good.
The good stuff. Okay, let's get the good stuff out the way because I know you want to get. Ooh, it's gonna be a spicy one. All right, so Obi clearly.
Yeah, he sounds so happy with nothing. Ooh, it's gonna be spicy.
It's gonna be a spicy one.
Hey, yo, what you think about the Invisible Man tonight? He did his thing.
Who?
Your favorite player on the Knicks?
Who? RJ?
Oh, RJ.
Yeah.
The Invisible Man. Yeah, I mean,
he do his thing tonight. Damn.
He ended up with. All right, so let's talk about Obi. Let's finish with Obi first. Obi 2 for 5 from the field with 2 dunks. Quick. I think they were like within 30 seconds of each other. Honestly, and it might have been within 2 minutes. But he was out there for 15 minutes, and he was doing a lot of other stuff.
Yo, is it me? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the palette. It seems like all the starters have a negative plus minus.
That's
and exactly all the bench players have a positive plus
minus. And it's usually Evan and Kemba that has the biggest negative.
Did you see my text in the third quarter? I was just like, yo, I think the second squad is going to stay in for the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was Cap that put that because it popped up on my screen, but it just didn't say who. I thought Cap had put that.
Yeah, because I'm just like, yo, the way the starters are playing.
He just assumed like.
But the way the starters were playing, it just was like, I don't believe you guys. And then the way the second squad, the second unit was playing, it was just like, all right, they want to win. So I was just like, yo, why not finish with them?
Yeah. I mean, you it's been a trend for the past 4 games, basically. I don't know why they are still trying to figure it out. I think Kemba's starting to get it going. He had 16 points tonight. He was 8 for 11. He only missed 3 shots. He shot fairly good tonight. The problem with Kemba is he cannot guard a tree, and it's pretty bad. It's very, very bad because.
But he looked like he was trying too.
He was
even when he's trying, he just can't do it. It's like, especially with a guard like Brogdon. What is he going to do with Brogdon?
Brogdon was just like
he was muscling people.
Word.
Like it was so bad.
But Burks was doing this thing.
That's what I'm saying. It was so bad that coach was like, Burks, come on.
Yeah.
They took Rose and Kemba out at one point.
Now, Alec Burks has slacked off on the offensive end this year, but I think it's because of how much effort he's putting into the defensive side, and it's showing. It's showing, and I'm not mad at it. I felt last year that he did bring us things every now and then, but I didn't feel his worth was really there because it was just every now and then he would give us a lot of threes, or he would go off every now and then. But other than that, he really didn't do much, and there was even times where he was questionable defensively. But I mean, the past few this year, but tonight there was just plays with it was him and Brogdon, and they were just like literally like elbowing each other, and he was with it.
He was his assignment. I could tell that was his assignment.
Yeah, go out there and hound the hell out of this dude because nobody else can guard him.
Yeah,
he was going to the rack on everybody that tried to guard him, bro.
Even with well contested like shots,
he was making them.
He was doing his thing,
making them.
Like damn.
He was making them. The dude, I don't even want to talk about it, but what I do want to talk about is, let's go over here and look at it. I want to see how my man Miles Turner played tonight. Miles Turner had 3 points.
Yo, they scored twice in the fourth quarter though.
Who?
Like what was the score?
They were like 2 for
you pretending something in the fourth.
2 for 11. Yeah, I was about to say 2 for something.
They scored 10 points in the entire fourth quarter.
And which it was disgusting. That was disgusting. But I mean,
it was beautiful from my standpoint.
No, I mean for them, but I'm saying that was part and due to our defense. You know what I'm saying? Because you learned something. Miles Turner, I mean, and that we can't keep blaming Mitch. Mitch, his job is to protect the paint. For sure. Your job is to protect the paint. But at the same time, I know. We'll talk about that. It'll be something that is talked about. I'm not sure yet. And that's because of how Tibbs views him. And that only. And these are the kind of games now, if we go trade for Miles Turner, right? And he ends up with 3 points, 3 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? And what was that? 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks. Is that worth the trade now for Mitchell Robinson?
Because it's a one game. You can't.
No, but I'm saying.
But isn't he the highest?
Because if we look at the last game, it would have been worth the trade.
No, what I'm saying is if you look at their offense and how it's run, even though Miles Turner is the center, he primarily plays outside of the paint because he's a shooter. Mm-hmm. He's not going to get you a lot of rebounds. So that's
how many rebounds he got?
3.
3? Wow.
And I mean, like I said, like you said, this is one game. This isn't Miles Turner every game, but at the same time, there's no consistent Miles Turner. It's up and down. He's going to bring you blocks. He's going to bring you defense. He can stretch the floor. He's like a 33-something% 3-point shooter.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, so he's a center who can shoot. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure if it's worth the trade for Mitch. The only thing that makes it worth it in my eyes is the fact that he's a little bit more healthier, maybe a little bit more, because I know he has injury concerns as well. But hopefully Mitch gets himself together. I know he's
every time he turn around, Mitch is out there going like this, like
something. He's like, yeah, he's like,
yeah, it's like Jesus, that boy.
Shout out to the chat, by the way. Jay's crazy. Shout out to the chat, by the way. I know y'all in here. Sydney Burrows, he says, I need to see 20 to 25 minutes a game from OB. I want to see it too. I want to see it too.
You're not alone, man. I've been seeing Twitter blow up saying that he should get more time.
Yeah, I was saying.
Go ahead. Julius did one of those moves where he was running fast into the paint with nowhere to go and just lost the ball. I was just like, what were you doing?
What's up? Like, what are we doing? We doing this again?
Right.
I mean, but he was great on the defensive end. I'm gonna give him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, his energy was there. And you gotta get it. Like, you gotta take what you can get from Julius, because when his energy is not there, he's gonna play bad on both ends. But when his energy is there, he plays great in the defensive end, but then he does a lot of boneheaded stuff offensively because his energy.
Like he gets excited and don't know
his energy is high. He's like, and he just does a lot of crazy stuff. But listen, I'll take it if it's gonna get us a win and he's gonna play great defense. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see that than you out here. I mean, there were still plays tonight where.
How many turnovers he had tonight?
Let's see.
Because I think for the team leader, he's always the one with the highest amount of turnovers.
I mean, he only had 5.
Oh, only 5 tonight. Oh.
Yeah, 5.
I think he absolutely leads the team in turnovers.
Yeah, he does.
It's pretty bad.
He does.
It's pretty bad.
But to be fair, he gets a lot of minutes, and they put the ball in his hand more than anybody else. So,
there's 2 things that if we fix that, I think the team would be in a lot better shape. It'd be those turnovers from Julius, however they use him, or however that's got to work, and free throws. They said we ranked 23 in the league. These boys like Julius can't knock a free throw down and save his life this season. RJ Barrett is like 1 for 1. If he's taking 2, he's gonna knock down 1.
It's 50%. Yeah.
Quickly though, but you know what? It's funny that they talk about free throws, because I heard them in the third quarter. Oh, this is only the whatever number of free throws for the game, but
it's not a lot of free throws.
Aren't calling fouls like they used to. So how you expect them to get to the line? Yeah. So it's a different game. But I think Quickly, I think he's the best free throw shooter on our team. He needs to get to the line.
One of the best in the league. One of the best in the league at that, actually. Joe said, I thought Julius played one of his best games of the season without shooting the ball well, and that's a fact. He didn't shoot the ball well, but he played a great game. I mean, even RJ Barrett, he started off 0 for what was it? Let's look that up again. He was 0 for 6, I believe.
0 for 3 quarters.
Yeah, right. 0 for 3 quarters. But then he finished hitting some big shots at the right times. You know what I'm saying?
2 shots.
Yeah, it's what they need.
What do you mean he didn't hit shot? He hit 2 shots. He hit 4 shots.
He had 2 big shots.
Oh, 2 big shots at the end. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, he has to be more aggressive. I think the problem is they don't draw up any plays for RJ yet. Like, I think he's like, let RJ get the ball kind of thing. Like, he's spot up most of the time. A lot of the game, you look at him, he's spot up in the corner.
Let me ask you this.
What's up?
Speaking of RJ, so there's one thing that on this team that annoys me to no end now. It seems like Julius and Fournier on the strong side, I guess.
And it's like
they're just giving the ball back to each other. They're not looking at anybody else. The ball staying on one side of the floor.
Yeah.
He passes it to him. He passes it back. Then he passes it back to him. And I'm like, what are y'all doing?
It's supposed to be a screen into an open jump shot. But Fournier, he doesn't always take the shot, so he gives it back to set it up.
It looked like everybody was apprehensive with their jump shot today. Like nobody wanted to shoot.
It's true.
Right.
It looked like everybody was scared to be the guy that was going to take the bad shot and miss the shot. That's what it looked like. Fournier was hesitating for a minute there. Quickly was hesitating, and I was just like, "Yo, what's up with it?" It was like everybody about to shoot. They get to the basket and they run back out. I'm like, "What's going on here?" They passing up shots.
Right.
Yeah. And RJ didn't even look at the basket on some of the plays.
Dudes ain't looking for the basket.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. I mean, even Obi, they were saying he still doesn't look at the basket. He'll get the ball and he'll still, even though
he's the low guy on the totem pole right now. Still.
No, I mean,
he's still learning.
He's still the guy. Like you looking at it like Obi. You better not do a whole lot of shooting. Like he's still
you got to think about it though. His role has gotten bigger. And his role is still to come off the bench and create offense outside of Quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he's there to do. So and I'm not mad at Obi at all. Obi played a great game for the time that he was in there, offensively and defensively. The dribble handoff kind of got annoying, but the dribble handoff turned into an alley-oop. You know what I mean? But it's the same play every day, but it works. It works. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the league does not figure that out. But at the same time, Obi's quick enough. He moves very fast for someone who plays the 4 spot. And he jumps so high, it's like you got to put somebody that's big on him or someone that can really stick to him.
He put them both on the floor today, didn't he? Julius and Obi?
I think so for a little bit. I think for a little bit. I mean, he had to because of Mitch. Mitch went down.
Yeah. And they're not playing Jericho. He like that boy defense is so bad. He's not risking that no more.
It was bad.
He's still confused on his role. Though.
It was crazy because who Jericho?
Yeah, Jericho.
Would you say, Rick?
I think he's still confused on what his role is supposed to be as far as the center position because he just looks like I don't know, like a deer in headlights. Like he doesn't. He knows that he's supposed to be like a big man, and he's a pretty big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw a picture of him and Knox standing together, and I was just like, "Yo, Jericho's a big dude."
Yeah, but, yep.
But I don't know. He's still like he's a rookie, so you can't expect much from him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of why I was like, damn, like, what's his name? Noel is out already. Mitch goes down, and it's like Taj got to play the rest of those minutes by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he took the challenge.
You know, they just paid this dude. I swear they paid that dude so they could package him out too.
Who?
Nerlens.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You got to keep either him or Mitch. Is either you're going to stick with Mitch and get another backup, or you're going to stick with Noel and get another starter?
Can I tell you what I think now?
What's up? Talk to me negatively.
Huh?
I said, talk to me negatively.
So I think there's three positions that they're gonna move, man. And I don't know if they're gonna do a trade.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Let's do this.
I think it's definitely gonna be. I think it's gonna be Fournier. Because that dude, there's something about Fournier. I was excited, but something about it just not working right. It's not
tradable contract.
Tradable contract, right? I think Fournier's out of there. He's like the biggest liability on defense. It's like, did you see that loose ball play today with him standing right there?
No, I don't remember.
Yo, he went to help.
I was probably trying to get my son out the bathroom or something.
Now RJ went, knocked the ball out of Brogdon's hand, I think it was. No, or was it Karras? Yeah, Karras LeVert had the ball. Evan went to help. I think RJ tapped it. The ball bounced, and he stood there. And somebody else went. I forgot who the point guard was up there. But yo, dude, I wish you had to put Josh. He stood there, so he played defense, and so the ball was loose.
Yeah,
and you can see Tibbs was like, y'all didn't see that play?
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember.
Gonna be like, yo,
I'm not gonna lie. I probably saw it, and there was a few other plays like that, and it just got jumbled in.
Yo, Cat, he knocked the ball loose, but Karras got in RJ's way, so he couldn't run. You know how like you run around and do?
Yeah.
Karras got in front of him and stopped him. So the only other person that would be able to get it would have been Evan. He didn't even try. I think,
so you think Evan's gonna be out of here?
I think Evan's out of there, bro.
What's the other two spots?
I think they're gonna package Mitch.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna package Mitch, and I'm gonna tell you why. The same shit that I said last year. Y'all gotta watch the games like this. Neither one of these centers. I think one of these dudes. I don't know if they trade for like a Miles Turner or a Karl Anthony Towns. I'm not saying I want those, but these dudes is not scoring. They're not looking at the basket. Only thing they getting is alley-oops. These dudes is not doing anything.
Who you talking
like
about?
If Mitch is not having like offensively
centers
from the center position, like neither one of them are like doing anything. What's the name got Butterfingers? Nerlens Noel.
The only reason why I'm not sure that they're gonna make a big move with that is because Tibbs usually has a defensive big that just doesn't score offensively.
This is why I feel like
when he's successful.
Yeah, but I feel like if they were going after Miles Turner, I think that's what they were. Because Miles Turner will go to the basket. He gets rebounds, Mitchell. He'll go in there, he'll get some rebounds. He's turning around.
Yeah.
And the thing that bothers me about it is when you look at Miles Turner, he's not even making him work.
His role would be a lot different on this team, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. His role would be a lot different on this team. I think they'd use him.
But just think about those times these dudes is running around and the clock is low, and you got somebody out there that he's open, but he can't shoot. He's a center. Like, give me something.
I like Miles. I like Miles Turner. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, I think that right there, that would shift everything. If Miles
I don't think that makes us like Joe said earlier.
What happened though?
He averages about 5 to 6 rebounds for his career. I don't think that cuts it at the defensive end.
Yeah,
he rebounds just as well as Porzingis.
So it's one of those things where it would be a compromise. I think that you would get somebody who might not rebound it, because I think on a certain night he might have
which I mean, if you look at their offense now, him being outside on the perimeter mostly, and Sabonis gets a lot of those rebounds, and that's what Julius would be doing on this team anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I guess that would help someone else being in the paint outside, and that kind of makes it easier for Julius offensively, because a lot of the times when you have Mitch on the floor, the guy who's in the paint can easily switch and double team off of whatever he's doing, because he knows Mitch is not going to go anywhere outside of the paint.
Let me tell you something. I've been watching Mitch, and I'm looking at him and the way his body moves. Remember, I was talking about how he moved like a little baby boy when he plays, and like he's still moving like that. He's still getting hurt, and I just think it's because it's almost like he's still learning how to use his body. And I'm starting to. I'm not saying I'm finished with Mitch, but they didn't re-sign him. They didn't give him that extension. I feel like they were kind of like waiting and they pushing it back to see. And I don't think that's by mistake. The other position, I don't know what they're going to do. I love Kemba, but
that's the obvious one.
Yeah, I love Kemba, but
it's like, not looking good. Who's out there right now?
For trade, there's a bunch of trades of
better guards. I was going to say there's a lot of dudes out there.
There's a bunch of better guards than
at the end. Here's why he's in trouble. We got to the playoffs last year with Elfrid Payton as our starting point guard. I don't think it matters that Kemba Walker can knock down the shots the way he can, because he'll have a good game, and it always like he has a good game in the beginning, and then he tapers off. You know what I'm saying? And they there's been like 1 or 2 games that I remember that he finished the game, and I think we had it in the bag. Those games, and there was a game. I think there was one game I can remember where he was still scoring in the end.
Who, Kemba?
But they're not letting Kemba finish games.
I mean, if you look at it, he hasn't been finishing games since the start of the season. You know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying. And when he did, like that first game, you remember turnovers. It was like, yo, what you start getting careless with the ball or however you describe it. But I don't know what they're gonna do. But I think that if there's one glaring position where we need a true small forward, I think that Evan Fournier position. I think that boy gonna be moved.
Yeah. I think so.
I think he's.
I'm definitely having.
I'm telling you, B.
Joe says I'm definitely having second thoughts about.
I'm telling you, and it's not just the injury. It's not just the injury.
I mean, I've said this since last year. There's no way this team, and this is before RJ took his next step. There's no way this team can be successful with RJ and Julius Randle being your main players, and you have a big who's not effective outside of lobs.
Rebounding.
No, offensively. Outside of lobs, he's not effective.
He doesn't even box out properly.
Right, and this
he
is
doesn't set proper picks.
Yo, this team right here is not getting out of the first round if we get to the playoffs.
This team right here.
If we can't show up those positions, Evan Fournier is horrible on D. Kemba Walker's horrible on D.
Yeah.
Not as from what they've shown us. Now, don't get me wrong. Kemba has definitely gotten better, and they look like they're starting to figure out how and when they're going to let Kemba roll, which is cool. But at the end of the day, it's not going to work long term because he can't defend anybody.
He can't defend nobody. Like, who we going to play in the playoffs where Kemba could defend that position? Unless, again, we can keep Kemba if they throw some young bloods in there. He's not giving none of these kids any minute.
Yeah, he should.
What young bloods?
Grimes are one of these cats.
See, but this is my thing. I said, just like I said about 2 shows ago, we have 2 backup guards as our main guards. That's our problem. One of them got to go, and it's not going to be Derrick Rose.
And this is what I'm saying.
Derrick
Rose is a short shot.
Yeah.
This is what I was going to tell you. I was watching this game. I was looking at this guy. I was looking at Derrick Rose. I was like, if Derrick Rose gets injured and he goes down, this team is in trouble.
Right.
No, then he'll be forced to play the rookies.
I mean, they'd still be in trouble.
But what happens? But what happens when you play a player who's not being scouted for? They usually have like
they do.
Games.
But at the same time, they have no experience. Like a lot of these other guys that are busting our ass when they finally get in the game, they've played enough in the league to know, you know what I'm saying, the scheme, or at least play with their coach enough to know the scheme. But these guys are rookies.
Get minutes. That's why they should get minutes.
For sure. I mean, and I'm with you. We all want them to get minutes. We love these guys. Grimes,
and that's the
especially
thing.
Grimes, because he looks like he can actually bring you something on a nightly basis. He hits those shots when he's out there. Comfortable.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. My man was texting me during the game. He was like, "I'm tired of seeing Julius bring the ball up and dribbling and all of that." And I was like, "Not for nothing." Been saying that for years. That's what Tibbs wants. It's apparent. That's what they keep giving him the rock.
I mean, you kind of got. That's how he gets into his offense. I mean, he's not a back down big anymore.
He thinks he gets into his offense, but that's not the best setup for him.
If you really put him in the low post and you throw him the ball, what's going to happen? He's going to get double teamed every single time.
That's fine though, but then you could kick out to the wing. Evan Fournier, but then again, he's a shooter. He doesn't need. If he's open, he'll knock down that shot. So drawing a double team is exactly what is needed.
Right, but not every single play. That's not going to work for Julius.
But that's fine. It don't got to be every single play.
It's not fine because that's not how he be. We can't be successful unless Julius is producing, and he can't. If he's getting double teamed every single play, and he's giving you games like this, he's going to give you around 10 points. His points are down bad this year.
Okay, all right, but he wasn't offensively great today, and we got the W.
Right, but that wasn't because he decided not to shoot.
Yeah, can you imagine? We did that. We won this game without Julius really scoring like crazy, and without RJ scoring like crazy.
But that was why we. And they said it earlier in the game. The analysts, they said last year the issue was we were great defensively, but we didn't have enough offense.
Yeah, and our bench is our offense.
And this year, we're still good defensively. But we have more offense to,
if you call 23rd, ranked 23rd in the league, good defensively.
Yeah, right. I think the problem with I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to get to this point before it got too late. Honestly, Joe says if Mitch was a monstrous rebounder on a nightly basis and brought it every night, it would be brought high energy every night. It would be different, and that's the thing. If he was a monster, if he was a Robert, what's the guy Robert Williams in Boston? If he's like that and just right, the third. If he's out there getting boards like that and then being a beast, like, and I mean, Mitch has been doing okay. He's been getting back up to speed. I'm kind of concerned because of the amount of time he spends on the bench. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow. I'm kind of concerned by the amount of time he spends injured because it's a lot more frequent. And it's like every other game. And it's like he's forced himself to play because Nerlens isn't there. And you know what I'm saying? You don't want to put all that pressure on Taj. And you can't play Sims. So I know Mitch is out there. And it's a contract year. Like he's forcing himself to be out there. And that's not the right environment for that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I think he needs to be in a place where he can consistently just, all right, if I need some time to develop, cool. Like if we had better, healthier guys off the bench, our center position is so meek right now. It's really, really, really bad. Taj isn't even 100%. But he had to be the main guy out there. They weren't even going to put Jericho out there.
He steps up to the challenge. I love Taj, man. I think he's just one of those players that just knows what to do, when to do it, and he does.
And they call wild fouls on him.
Yeah, they always call wild fouls on Taj. I never understood it. The
only foul I saw that he did that I really felt like he deserved was that reaching. That was a stupid one. He did one reaching, and I was like, yeah, that was a foul. Like you ain't have to reach across homeboy like that. But that was like the only one where it was just like a clear foul. You know, they call him for
Who not get
on Taj. It just seemed like it's almost like they using Taj to like he did the foul. You know what I mean? Because they letting them play, and then Taj get in there. And he goes to block a shot, and then it's like now they're calling everything.
Yeah, it's like what? Like, well, they did give him that block on Sabonis, which I didn't think was clean.
That was a foul.
I didn't think that was clean.
That was a foul, yeah.
But they gave it to him. I was like, okay, cool. If you want to give him one with the timing of that one, we needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, sometimes it's the timing of the call that bothers me. I expect us to get bad calls all the time, but it's the timing. Like, when we get like I forgot what play it was. I think Levert went up with a layup or something like that, and he got called. And I'm like, why the whistle was super late, and I'm like, come on,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
that was bogus.
Now.
That was bogus.
Yeah, I'm like if he wasn't gonna call it then
what you calling it now for?
Then why are you calling it now for? Like, we was on our way down the court.
I like the fact that they reversed that challenge play.
That challenge play,
but
I
thought that was a foul.
And I'm gonna tell you why they reversed it.
Why?
If Tibbs didn't yell, leg kick, if he didn't yell that shit out, they would have act like it was a
no. I don't think so.
Good
because
I don't know, bro. Because
the ref that called it couldn't see the leg kick from where she was standing.
True.
So I think when she reviewed it, because she said, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's on me." I saw her like do that, but then she said, "Jump it up." I'm just like, why on earth would you?
Why are we jumping it up?
Yeah,
that should be our possession.
This is what I'm saying. I know for a fact. If he didn't say leg kick, they'd have been like, they wouldn't have looked at the leg kick. They would have looked at the hand motion the body contact, and they would have just called it a 3 foul.
You think professional NBA referees would not look at the entire play unless they listen to the coach?
I mean, I just think that he put them in a spot where they couldn't make another call.
It seemed like they working on these calls. It seemed like they doing it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for the fact that it was clear. It was clear that should have been an offensive foul. Honestly,
yes, that's what I was saying, because they outruled that leg kick nonsense, and that was the contact that was created.
And it shouldn't have been a jump ball. That's what I'm saying. If he did not say anything, I kind of like they weren't. He kind of backed them into a corner where they had to make that call, but they still didn't give us they gave us a jump ball instead of giving us the offensive foul. Well, whatever, cool, whatever.
That was a bad decision, that jump, because all you're doing is rewarding them and giving them a chance to get the possession back. I didn't like that.
Yeah, and Obi won that jump ball, wasn't it? That
Obi, yeah.
Was that Obi? I don't know.
Obi.
Yeah, I think it was Obi.
But
yeah,
it wasn't like a real tip. He kind of just whatever.
Easy.
We got possession.
But yeah, so I have to catch you with that one. But that I don't want to be dead horse here. Pause. But I mean, like, Julius with a 11 point, 11 rebound. First of all,
something's wrong.
First of all, let's not even keep going there. 11 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 turnovers for Julius. We got to figure something out there. He's struggling. I think he's still trying to get that foul off of the swing. He's still trying to get that, and I hate when he does it because they don't call it, and then he's just out here going like this, and he looks stupid.
He got it tonight. He got one of them tonight.
He got one of them, and they call it a side out. It wasn't even a shooting foul.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, they had to give him one. They was like, all right, bro, come on, you're doing it too much. Like, chill out.
They're adjusting. They're gonna figure it out.
They're adjusting. But Dre says Mitch, Evan, Kemba. I mean, that would be crazy for Evan and Kemba to both be traded. And
they just came in.
And they just got here.
but I don't know
who they getting. If the team got to pick, who they picking? Who they sending?
Kemba, for sure. Easily Kemba. And I think teams would be welcome to it because of the contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not a John Wall contract, 40 million or something like that. It's 8 million. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful contract. It's a very, very tradable contract, and I think a lot of teams could use him, especially if you have a defensive
good replacement for him out. That's right now. That's who's available.
At this point, we need someone. We don't even need a star guard. We just need someone who can get a consistent shot, whether it's a jumper, whether it's a layup, something that can bring us something offensively, but at the same time, defend. That's it. We just need you to defend at the point guard position. I think that's the most important thing at this point, is to find a guard who can just defend and hit a shot. And there's plenty of them out there. There's plenty of them. Younger guys. I'm sure it'd be hard to go get because you have to give up pieces, and these teams know that you need a young guard. But then again, what does that do for Quickly? I think Quickly looked great tonight. But is he ready to be a starter and defend starters in his league? I'm not sure. So,
he's sprucey enough. That boy young.
Yeah, he played a good game tonight.
Well. Yeah.
You know what?
I'd
like to see that. Just homeboy. Somebody said that out there. Was it on Stephanie's show?
I believe.
Like, quickly should probably start.
Mm-hmm.
And have
everybody's been saying it. Yeah.
Quickly just start, and then he said have Rose off the bench, and he said have Kemba in situation. I don't know if Kemba would be happy with that.
I mean, Kemba, he's been situational now.
Mm-hmm. If he can go off in the few minutes that he plays, I think he'll be fine.
Right.
Because then
but he ain't gonna be happy
and integrity.
He'll come to New York to be playing like selective minutes.
Is that you?
What, you like what it says?
Oh man, listen. Shout out to the chat. We got Richard Grinnis Jr.
No, we got Richard Grinnis Jr. Yo,
got the government
you got a twin brother.
You got a twin brother with the name Richard
Jr.
You
know, with Knicks hat, you got to give him a Knicks hat.
It's got to be your Clark Kent.
Look, he was at work one day and was like this.
That's the Clark Kent over there. Our identity is in the balance right now. We have to get it back, and that's a fact.
No, we got to get it back.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's light in my eyes, man. I can't see jack. But
you got to get it back.
The reason why I say that, the reason why I say that is because we were known as a defensive team last season, and this season it doesn't seem like our defense is really there. But we picked up a lot of offense.
Mm-hmm.
But then the offense isn't popping when we need it to pop. So it's just kind of like, who are we?
Yeah, I think that they have to find a way to get some offense in there. I don't know how they're going to do it all season long with Kemba Walker. I just don't see how it's going to work. Yeah. I think as much as we'd like to see Quickly, I think there's some plays that he does that it drives Tibbs insane. It drives Tibbs insane, and sometimes he's like, they pan to Tibbs, and he's like, Jesus Christ, and I'm like, damn, like he really felt that one, he's really felt that one.
Yeah.
So I just think that there's some moves that need to be made. There's some moves that need to be made, and I think that sooner or later, I think once we cross that December line and we can make some trades, we're gonna see something. I think that there's when it comes to additions to the team, there's a lot of guys that we can be out there, especially with the scouts that we have. I'm sure with the numbers, they just now hired some other guy who's good with the numbers and stuff like that. There's a lot of guys out there at the point guard position that can help us that we can go and trade for, and I'm sure that they're just waiting for the right time, right opportunity. You got Kemba, they still have tradable contracts in Evan, of course, but I'm not sure they're going to trade Evan and Kemba. Like I said, they just got him. I think they're going to be more patient with Evan, especially with the relationship he has with Julius. Clearly, they're buddy. But yeah, I think that
dream about playing with each other.
Pretty much, yeah. I wouldn't say that. So yeah, I think that you probably would look for a Alec Burks and Kemba Walker trade. I see that. That's a tradable contract you got there. Joe says nobody would have said start Quickly 2 weeks ago. Not at all. Neither one of us.
Nobody would have said what? What did he say?
Start Quickly 2 weeks ago. I mean, you're absolutely right. And this is why. Because he'll have games like this where he goes off and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna be quiet for a little while. You know what I'm saying? In a couple games, he's gonna be quiet, and it's like, yo, what happened to Quickly? You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But
I mean, everybody's gonna have a day. The only thing with Quickly, Quickly is taller. How tall is Quickly?
Quickly 6'3".
No, you missed the Obi dunk. We talked about that.
We talked about that, yeah.
You must have not been here.
He wasn't here.
I talked about the double pump, and he wrapped his arm around. He's still finishing. He was like, "Ooh."
He was like, "Ooh." Yeah, I love it, man. I love what I'm seeing from Obi. We need to see more minutes from him. like Sydney
Tonight would have been a perfect night for it though, because Randall wasn't trying to
he
give you
wasn't.
offense.
Yeah, and I mean he only had 5 assists tonight. It wasn't like he was swinging the ball around a lot. And what's up?
Off the top, who's the top team in the East?
Off the top,
off the top of your head.
Miami?
No.
Washington.
The Wizards, bro.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's Washington. After you asked me, it hit me. I was like, oh yeah, right. But I mean, listen, bro.
You know who's in the 11th spot?
Know. You already know, huh?
You know who's in the 11th spot right now?
The
Celtics?
Nets?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Wow. 11th spot?
The East is just something different this season.
Hold on. Hold the hell on.
I mean, this game's going on right now, so I'm pretty sure. No, they in the 11th. Wow.
It don't matter. Celtics is playing Atlanta. Atlanta's 6-9. They're in the 12th spot.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Celtics is 7-7. I don't know if let me refresh it, see if they. The East is interesting this year.
Let me see. Yeah, here we go.
6.
I got it right here. So let's put this up. This is wild. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
76ers. Wow.
76ers and the New York Knicks are tied for 6th and 7th, basically. We beat them, so obviously. Did they beat us last?
No. Oh, did we play them? I think we beat them both times.
We beat them both times.
Yeah.
We beat them both times.
Come on.
So
the reason why we ahead of them is because of the record. They lost.
No, we're ahead of them because we beat them.
Yeah, because we beat them.
Yeah, that's usually. I'm telling you right now, if we didn't beat them, they would have definitely had Philadelphia on top of us, and that's only. I know they have to look. Yeah, because you look, their last 10, they're 6-4, and they were 4-2 in a row. We're 5-2 in a row. You know, I mean, a little bit better. They have more home wins than we do. They just versus their division. 2 of those games that they lost was versus us, and if it wasn't for those games, I think they definitely would be ahead of us, which I don't think matters at this point. It's very early. Cleveland's not going to stay there.
Why not? Cleveland's playing well though.
They're playing well, but they're a young team. They can't.
Who's going to pass them right now in the East?
It's between us, the Sixers, and the Hornets, for sure. No. First of all, the Bucks is going to be the first team. Hawks is going to be the second team. So it's Bucks, us, and the Hawks. Maybe the 76ers, Ben Simmons decides to play one day. They just find him again, by the way, I believe. You know what the hell's going on there? It's just it's odd. It's really, really odd. Joe says the East is a war zone. Kill it be killed. It's the truth. It's really nice bad right now. I love it. Nice. Yeah, I love it. It's and the East this is what we wanted when we were talking about the competition between the East and the West, and everybody always says that the East. They were even talking about changing the layout of the East of the playoffs because of the fact that the Eastern Conference was.
That the East is so horrible.
Yeah, it was weaker than the West. Yeah, I hated that. That hurt. Like I'm like, damn.
It was making sense from a basketball standpoint. That means you would have had like 6 teams, West teams, and 2 East teams.
But the thing is that you don't know that the East is going to stay bad for that long. So if you change the format, you got to be willing to go back at some point because, then you might have it to where once all the East teams get good, then you got a whole bunch of West teams that don't make the playoffs that should be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something they didn't really want to take it that far, but they're still experimenting with it. That's why they're doing the play-in. They're like, listen, we're going to do it some way. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to just have a bunch of bums out here in the playoffs. Like we're gonna make this interesting. So that's why they have that 7-10 spot.
Who's on last?
Let's let me go out here and zoom down here and see what we got going on. Woo, Orlando Magic.
All right, who do we play next?
I think Detroit is one of the worst teams.
Who do we play next? Hold on, let me go check that over here. I think we play. Hold on. Let's see. The Knicks. We play the Orlando. Why don't you just tell me who we play next?
Because that was a game we should have won the last time. And if we lose this game again, I'll be infuriated if we lose this game again.
First of all, There's no way we're
that's one of the things that and the Knicks keep doing it. There's one thing that drives me nuts about our defense, and it's over helping. They're always helping, and somebody's open.
Tonight it worked in our favor because the player that they left open multiple times
was missing.
Was McConnell, and he
had an off night.
His shot is this.
But typically what happens with the Knicks is, I'm sorry. Typically, what happens with the Knicks is that guy will have a career night. What you said, Ricky?
He shoots like an elementary kid shooting the basketball.
That's what it looks like.
You ever seen him? You ever seen a close up of him, like as he's looking at the basket before he shoots a three? It's freaking crazy, bro. It's like a deer. It's like a deer in headlights. He's like, like it's happening. Yo, all right. So shout out.
He can shoot sometimes though. That kid
inside the arc at the three. They was trying to spread that defense, and it was not working. Still Knicks fan. Shout out to my mans, as Drake called him, Capadonna. My man Ron over at Still Knicks fans.
That's that. He probably tired of that shit. He
probably tired. Like, that's the last time you're gonna give that joke.
All right, come on.
What's good, Knicks family? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my GK bros, Apollo, Dre, and Rick. Shout out, bro, man. Appreciate you being here, as always. As we wrapping it up, but yeah, man. We play the Magic tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. What's today? Wednesday. We played on Wednesday, and then Houston we play on Saturday. So I mean, we got two games right now. Their record is 1-13. So if we lose to them, we're gonna be on here crazy on Saturday. Promise you. I'll be crazy. So tomorrow we play the Orlando Magic. Stop saying tomorrow. If you're listening to this tomorrow in podcast form, tomorrow we play the Orlando Magic. But as of right now,
we got a back-to-back.
No, we played Orlando Magic on Wednesday, and then we play the Rockets on Saturday, and that should be two easy games for us to hit the 10 wins.
We cannot lose to the Rockets. They're at the bottom of the bottom.
10-6. 10-6.
Both teams.
10-6. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Listen, still Knicks fans say, yeah, I would have been here sooner, but I was recording. My guys, I am the Capadonna.
All right, cool. So you good with that? Cool. They're on. I know you don't want to be sick of us, like.
My man, shout out my man Ron, yo.
Hey Ron, we gotta be on the show, man. You playing game?
Yeah. You know, and we gotta have him on too, man, for sure.
You're a cool brother, but come on, man.
You cool brother, but come on. And then Sunday, that's the back-to-back. Saturday, we play the Houston Rockets, and I guarantee you somebody's gonna sit. At least two people gonna sit on Saturday because these back-to-back goals. They like,
hey, play them young kids. They got number young kids over there in Houston.
Yeah, in Houston, and Grimes and McBride. We better not lose, but they're gonna play. They need to play. And those are the games that they should play, especially if it gets out of hand quick. And you know, we're up like 20 points. You know. Tibbs still have Julius out there versus their third unit anyway.
Oh yeah,
that's just how Tibbs goes. Just have Grimes out there with him. And then back to back, which is Sunday, we got the Chicago Bulls, and you know they want some payback on Sunday. They're gonna want some payback. It's gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah, RJ is definitely playing. I'll tell you that.
Oh, for sure. And I think this game is in Chicago. It might be in Chicago. Yeah, I think that's in Chicago. So that's gonna be crazy. And then the next game after that is the Lakers. Whew, that's next Tuesday. This is gonna be fun. Next 4 games: Orlando, Houston, which should be easy wins, and then Chicago and LA. I want to see us go. I want to see us at least go 3-1 in this stretch. And the Lakers haven't been playing well. They have not been playing well. And I think we're home at that game.
Yes.
Ooh, and it's nationally televised.
Yeah, they coming here.
That's gonna be nice. All right, well, shout out to I'm gonna get you guys soon. Listen, man. Soon come, brethren. Soon come, man. I'm excited. You know, the Knicks community is strong in here.
Oh yeah.
This is what we love to do. So any last words for y'all, man? I know we've been beating a dead horse out here, no homo.
Any last words?
I don't know about the whole beating. Anyway, no, I'm excited to see. I'm happy the Knicks got this win because they look bad, but their defense was dope. And I think that it almost looks like the coach was like, "Yo, let's get back to what made the Knicks great last season."
Right.
And it was like they did that, and I think that was good. I want to see RJ be consistent again. I think we haven't put together a full game just yet with things where everybody's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, where everybody's going good. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So once we see that, we should be able to get these next couple of games. As always with the Knicks, you never know.
Right. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I want to see these guys stay up there above that six seed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Atlanta's not looking like they did last year. Still can't sleep on them. You know what I mean? But I'm glad we're getting these games in before we get like these important little matchups. You know what I mean? So that's all for me.
Yeah. Rick, how about you?
Last words. We here.
We here.
Nah, I'm
over there. We here.
No,
we over here. Yeah. We here.
I'm good, man. Like I just want to see like when we were on Steph's show. She was asking if we're cool with what Evan has been giving us, and it's about like she showed the numbers from what he was doing in Boston and what he was doing here, and it looked about the same. And I was just like, I want to see more from him, and I feel like that stays. Like I want to see him. He should be knocking down more shots because that's why we brought him here, and I feel like he's been shrinking under the lights, and I got to see more from him, or else I don't want to see him at all. Like I just feel like I would rather see a rookie out there not shooting and missing or whatever than to see him out there not shooting and missing. So that's just how I feel right now.
This is Evan?
Evan, yeah.
Wow. So would you be okay with us giving, because at this point I don't see a world where we get rid of both Evan and Kemba.
I think they might move a center.
I mean, yeah, which is possible, which I think is something that they're considering at this point, especially because health. Just looking at health wise, I think they're even starting to. I'm sure coaches got Jericho going through hella defensive drills in practice because he's like, listen, if you can stay healthy, dude, I'll play it. Just play some defense.
Jericho,
yeah, Jericho,
stay healthy.
Yeah. What?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying like he's not healthy normally, but you're saying if you can get him to the point where he can do what Mitch does and stay healthy, then he'll be all right.
Right. Because at this point, Mitch is he's a little shaky what he's bringing you out there, and then he's always going to be hurt. It's kind of like, all right, and this is why they haven't re-signed him. You know what I'm saying? Imagine they re-sign him in the summer, and then you kind of have this issue. And I know it's frustrating for Mitch. He doesn't want to be injured, but it is what it is. This is part of the game. Sometimes players get it together elsewhere, and that's just that's going to be the case for a lot of guys on that team, unfortunately, one day. The final words for me is I would like to see some more mid-range in our offense. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of heavy threes or layups, and we're not going to have consistent victories with that kind of offense. It's just not going to happen. If you're going to be consistently throwing up threes, there's going to be games where you're going to die by it. Yeah, some games you'll live by it, but you will die by the three. And it happens. It's even tonight, both teams shot poorly. That's why we got lucky.
Yeah, Derrick Rose, watching him do that, and he's the one that scores the most at the basket.
Right.
He just jump up and shoot a three with a wide open lane. Like that was
like I said, that's not your game. What the hell are you doing?
Right, what are you doing?
That's not your game.
I know they try to get the crowd into it. They try to get the crowd something to be excited about.
No, he's tired. Right. Yeah. Did you hear him post game?
Oh my God!
Crazy. Yo, he was in the mic like
he's tired.
But I was like, yo, was that like 10 minutes after the game? Like, what was he doing?
Yo, and why you still breathing? And then what's the name? And the
why you still breathing?
Like, why are you still breathing? Why you still gasping for air like that? I said, why you still breathing?
She was like, take a deep breath.
Could you imagine somebody? Yo, why are you still breathing?
Yo, you said it just like, yo, why are you still breathing? It's like you just shot somebody. Like, bah, bah. Turn around. Why are you still breathing? Oh man. Oh man, that's how it just sound like. I'm like, yo,
for real, man, for real. It was a good minute after the game, son. So it was just like, what's going on? What was he doing? Running laps?
Yo, son, what are you talking about? Yo, imagine somebody turn around and ask you, like, yo, why are you still breathing? He's like, I'm just.
He said, I'm 33.
Yo, he said, why are you still breathing?
Yo, nah, cause she said,
oh man,
she said, what did Monica say? She said, yeah, take a deep breath. And he was like, he said, yeah, he said, I'm 33. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you keep giving that excuse every time they say something. He's like, yo, I'm 33, and I'm like,
yeah, he come on with 33. Look at my age. I'm looking at a 33-year-old dude. Like, yo, dude,
yo, why you breathing like that?
You got it.
Yo, why you still breathing, bro?
Yeah, you're a professional. Because when they interviewed him, the game was over for like 10 minutes, and I was like, yeah, did he run from the court through the?
Maybe
what was he
doing?
doing?
Was the studio. So
yo, bro, I don't know. I don't know, fam. I think maybe because he might cramp up. He'll go right on the bike for a little bit after the game or something.
Maybe because he was still sweating and all that.
Yeah, he was still sweating. Yeah. I'm like, there's no way you ran across the street just for that interview. And maybe that might have been it.
Yo, why are you still breathing?
Oh, and yo, not shout, but did y'all see? Maybe this is just something that I'd noticed, but Beats by Dre is like the officials' headphones when they're reviewing all the plays and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Y'all saw that?
That's dope. That's dope. Like, so those are the headphones that they use when they review the replays. That's dope.
Yeah. I was like, wow, check that out.
Yeah, we were supposed to get out of here 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we started laughing. He was still sweaty. Yeah. He definitely.
Like, yo, why you still I was breathing? Like, yo, where did he go?
Like, is he still breathing?
The chat's like, yo, why y'all still breathing, man? Y'all supposed to end 10
minutes ago. It's been supposed to end this jank. Yo, man, thank y'all for being here. If you're here in the chat, thank y'all. Shout out to the chat, man. Hit us with a like. Subscribe, of course. Share. Don't ask nobody why they still breathing.
Yeah.
It might not
come out wrong. They gonna be like, what?
It might come out wrong. Yeah, but we will see you guys Wednesday. Hopefully after a win versus the Orlando Magic. Right. And that's something that we gotta do, especially the way we lost to them the last time. So yeah, that's all we got, man. Till next time, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man.
Right.
Peace.